Okay, today is Chapter 2, Section 7, Interpret the Remainder. Interpret or understand the remainder is what we're trying to do. Let's just start by doing a long division problem and then we'll talk about it. Say we have a number like 12 goes into 156. That's going to go evenly. We don't want it to go evenly because we need a remainder. So I guess we'll say 159. Alright, so we look at this problem and we think to ourselves, well, how many times does 12 go into 159? If we were to estimate, we might say 10 into 150, and that would go 15 times. We're going to start with this 1, and that's going to make sense. We're going to go, 12 goes into 15 once. So 1 times 12 is 12. When we subtract, 15 minus 12 is 3. And we're going to bring down their 9. We have 39 now. How many times does 12 go into 39? Now we thought maybe 5, but we rounded down the 12 all the way down to 10, and we rounded the 159 down to 150. 12 times 5 is 60. And we only have 39, so that's not going to work. It's nice that we know our times tables. 12 times 3 is 36. Sometimes it's a good time to know that. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So 3 times 12 is 36. We had 39. That gives us 9 take away 6 is 3. That gives us a remainder of 3. Remainder of 3. Okay, so 12 goes into 159 13 times with 3 left over. We need to understand what this remainder is. We need to talk about that for a little bit, and we're going to maybe think of a story problem. Say I have 159 books on my bookshelf, and I'm planning to move, and I need to put all my books in boxes. And each box holds exactly 12 books. Now I know that sometimes you got different size boxes or your books are different size and it's not going to always work out that way. But for our story problem, let's say that each box has 12 books in it. So we could draw out a bunch of boxes like this. It might take us a little while and start adding up. I don't want to do 13, we want to say 12. Start adding up our boxes. Well, we can kind of see from our long division problem that we're going to have 13 boxes. And 13 boxes times 12 ends up being pretty close to 159. But we have 3 leftover books. Those books don't fit in one of the boxes. So let me draw some rudimentary boxes here. These are just squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to go fast. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, kind of a funny box, forgive me, 10, 11, 12, there's 12 there, plus one more is 13. So we put 12 books in each box. 12 times 13, let me switch colors for this, 12 times 13, carry the 1, 3 times 1 is 3, add a 0, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, multiply through, you've got 156. And we knew that because 156 plus our remainder, 156 plus 3, is equal to 159. So we kind of already knew that's where we were headed. So we have 12 books in each box, all the way through, all the way down the line. There's 13 boxes. What do we have left over? We have 3 little books left over that don't fit in a box. So if your story problem said something like, how many boxes do you need? You can't actually say, I need 13 boxes, remainder 3. You can't say I need 13 boxes, remainder 3. You have too many books. They don't fit in 13 boxes. So you actually have to say, I need 14 boxes. If that's your story problem. If it asks for how many boxes you need, you need 14 boxes. If it says something different, it says, for instance, if it says exactly how many boxes do you need, you would say something similar to 13 remainder 3. if you could cut your boxes in half, you might say, I need 14 and a half boxes. But you find out that there are 3 books left over and 12 fit in into a box. So if we were to take our book box and cut it into 12 pieces, this is going to be kind of hard for me on this paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, one too many. Undo. Okay, there's 12 books in there, and if I were to take a little color change, and I say there's 3 books here, 1, 2, 3, and 3 books here, 1, 2, 3, and back to green, 3 books here, 1, 2, 3. And back to yellow, 1, 2, 3. We could figure out a fraction here. There's 3. Ooh, yellow's a little hard to see that way. We haven't used black for a while. There's 3 books out of 12, and that's a fraction. You can see that there are how many sections of 3 books? 3 books, 3 books, 3 books, 3 books. That's 4 sections of 3 books. So really, when we get into fractions more, you'll recognize that that's 1/4. 1/4 of a box is what we have left over with our 3 books. So we really have 13 boxes and 3/12 of a box, or we have 13 boxes and 1/4 of a box. Now we've gone on a long time just to see this fraction, but the remainder always could be written as a fraction. Whatever you have as a remainder is the numerator or the top number on the fraction, and whatever you have as the divisor is the bottom number of a fraction. And if you can reduce that, I keep writing 13 every time I want a 12. I've got 13 on the brain. 3/12 is equal to 1/4. I did a whole lot of business over here to help you understand that, but that's just what happens. Say we do something really simple like 3 goes into 7. 3 goes into 7 twice. 2 times 3 is 6. With remainder of 1. So how many times does it really go into 7? It goes in 2 and 1/3. This is the numerator. Goes on top. And the divisor becomes the denominator on the fraction. So 2 and 1/3 times. So how many times 3 goes into 7? It goes in a little bit more than twice. There's more than 6 here. So that's just how it works. Hopefully that helps you understand. You're ready for your lesson. If not, talk to me at school.